A man named John Chapman made a big impact in northwestern Pennsylvania in the late 1700s and early 1800s. He did it by planting apple seeds.
He is the inspiration for one of the region's largest celebrations, and that's why John Last makes him the subject of this edition of The Last Word.
One of my favorite things to do in the month of October is to come back to my home area of Franklin and enjoy its weekend-long Applefest. Franklin has a lot of things to celebrate, but I want to know, why did they choose the apple?
Have an apple. They're free. Come on in, have an apple.
It's a special time of year in Franklin when Applefest rolls around. People come from far and wide to attend this apple-themed celebration. Everywhere you look, there's apples. Free individual apples for the taking. Baskets of apples for sale. Apple pie, apple butter, apples, apples, apples. So, why does Franklin center its wonderful festival around the apple?
In 1982, a local resident thought that it would be a good idea to honor Johnny Appleseed, because Johnny Appleseed supposedly came through this area, and she wanted to start some sort of apple event.
Oh, Johnny Appleseed, the larger-than-life figure who roamed the countryside planting apple seeds everywhere he went. An historical marker declares that Johnny Appleseed lived in the Franklin area between 1797 and 1804 before he moved on to Ohio. He planted his apple seeds mainly along French Creek, near where the historical marker is located.
I don't know if he had any family connection here or why this area attracted him.
Johnny Appleseed probably did not realize back then the impact he would have on Franklin over 180 years later. The Applefest celebration, inspired by him, has become the biggest economic boon to the city. It attracts an estimated 100,000 people to the downtown area every year.
Being a businessman in town, this is huge for businesses. It's one of the best events in our area.
If you go to any one of these businesses and they'll tell you that these 3 days will do more for them than a whole month during the holiday season. So it really keeps us going.
This whole row is nonprofit road down there, so they're all set up and they get to make a little bit of extra money this weekend too.
In its 41 years, Applefest has grown from a 2-day pie judging contest to the extravaganza it is today. And it all started to honor a man who planted apple seeds.
With the last word at Applefest in Franklin, John Last, Erie News Now.
Right to the corner.
You could hear the crisp of that apple. He was so excited to go to Applefest. And by the way, it was held in Franklin last weekend with beautiful weather and great attendance.
It was the 41st celebration of Applefest. The festival was canceled 1 year due to COVID. We'll be right back.